got time kept in a prison, too scared to dream. Saw the light and it gave me a vision. Time to spread my wings. Lord knows I got my reasons, but I just couldn't stay. Tell them all I'm leaving. I can't wait another day. I don't belong here. Ooh, I don't belong here.
Welcome back to the RV Rundown. I'm your host, Barry, and this is a segment where we take a look at some of the hottest floor plans available on the market today. I'm pretty excited about this one. I haven't done a video on one of these models in 2 years. It's the brand new 2023 Jayco Eagle 332 CBOK. This is a super residential travel trailer. It's kind of almost in line with a luxury fifth wheel. It's got a lot of features that match its fifth wheel brethren. We'll get into that later, but I want to get started right now in the kitchen where I'm standing at the back of the RV. When I say that this is residential, I mean it. It feels it, and it's rated for full-time living. In the back, we have a Whirlpool residential refrigerator with ice and water in the door. Our sink is offset to the side with loads of counter space, great windows for looking out and checking out those views. It's a dual basin stainless steel sink that does come with covers just to extend that counter space. And something that they've done that's a little bit different is installed a freshwater drinking system. It has its own dedicated pump on a switch just off to the side here, and there's a freshwater tank down below the sink that you can fill or go pick up and replace on your own. So if you don't like the taste of water in the campground, you've got your own with you. That's pretty neat if you ask me. Storage is all over this thing. There's storage under the sink, storage up above the fridge. We've got this great big island in the center here, which also has pass-through storage. They were smart. They put cabinet doors on both sides of this island, allowing you to access all the items from within on either side. And they've even given us a couple of stools at the end of it to create almost a breakfast nook type of a situation. Our slide contains our entertainment center and the other portion of our kitchen. We've got a big high point microwave up top. Again, just more storage, solid surface countertops, a glass covered 3-burner stove just to extend that counter. I love the subway tile stylings in the background. That's just a nice look. It's very popular right now, and it certainly accentuates all of the white and bright highlights that we have in this camper. The oven does feature a large drawer down beneath for storing pots and pans, and we have a pantry, a big pantry with adjustable shelving for holding all of our other odds and ends. They've even offset that shelving just a little bit towards the interior so that we do have space to stand up a broom or a mop or a stick vac. That's pretty cool. That brings us into our living room, where we have a couple of other cool things going on. We've got theater seating here, reclining theater seating with drink holders and storage just built in right across from our entertainment center, which has a massive flat screen 4K smart TV from Insignia. Again, storage. We have that in the form of cabinetry up above. The TV is on a mount, so it does pull out and swivel. Down beneath that, we have a JBL head unit and sound system. That's really going to fill this room with whatever movies you happen to be watching or whatever tunes you happen to be loving. Down below that, a Furrion 34-inch electric fireplace. It spits out some pretty serious heat and will definitely help offset your LP bills in the winter. Also in this living room, we have conversational seating in the form of a love seat directly next to our theater seating. This love seat has a secret though. It acts as our second bed in this unit, so it's a trifold sofa that pulls out just in case you happen to have guests along for the ride. I think that's thoughtful and considerate. Considering the size of this trailer, it's awesome to have another place just to keep people, on a longer vacation, or if the grandkids decide to come. Our hallway opens up to this awesome bathroom. You gotta see this. It's huge. Jayco last year switched over to this blue cabinetry with all of the highlights inside, and the Eagle has this gigantic shower. I gotta remind you guys, I'm 6'3". There's easily 5 inches above my head, and I'm not even in the skylight. There's all kinds of room, and I can even sit down and completely stretch out my legs in front of me in this shower. This thing is awesome. I love it. This is one of the bigger showers I've seen in a travel trailer. We got a foot flush toilet down on the floor, and again, just lots of sink and counter space here for prepping in the morning. And something new for this year on this wall is the Furrion. This is a tankless hot water heater control. I love the fact that they put it right here in the bathroom. We can dial up or down how hot our hot water is right here at the touch of a button, or just completely shut it off when we're leaving the campsite or going away. Pushing back into the front of the camper, we have our main bedroom. One of the things I want to impress about you about this Eagle that's super cool to me, you see this little switch that's labeled security camera? Well, this is equipped with pre-wired spots for 12-volt security cams. Also, it's the same as the backup cam. So when you invest in that aftermarket system, flipping this switch simply powers up the camera that's over the front door, and you can monitor it from inside. How's that for a new feature? Again, I mentioned it earlier, I'm 6'3". This is a full profile travel trailer, which means it has nearly 8-foot ceilings in here. It runs front to back that high, so the bedroom feels very, very spacious. We have a king bed on an east-west slide that really opens up the room. On either side of it, we've got these small stands for holding a drink or something else. There's storage up above, along with reading lights, and they've even gone so far as to put little pull tabs on the shades just to make it easier to open and close if you happen to be laying in bed. At the base of the bed, we have a 6-drawer chest of drawer, and there's a TV up above, and that's going to allow us just to lay in bed, sit back, watch some TV. I love the fact that they put the options in up here to go to a 12-volt system if you so chose. So you could run that off the battery, which is really neat considering that we've optioned this in with the Overlander 2 package, which includes 2 giant solar panels up on the roof and a 30-amp charge controller with an inverter on board. That means you can run a lot of 12-volt stuff off of the battery system in here. But getting back into this bedroom details, we have a few other things going on. So there is a lot of pass-through storage here, but they've accentuated above that with all kinds of closet space, drawers that pull out, and we even have the ability to hook up a washer-dryer combo unit on this side. It's already plumbed, it's ready for it to go. So if you did want to live full-time in here and you wanted to do laundry, we've got that available to us as an option. Now, before we get out of here and check out some of the outside, I do want to do one more thing because it's always asked of us. I'm going to close up the slides, and we're going to see what this thing looks like with the slides closed. All right, now that all of our slides are in, we really don't have access to a whole heck of a lot inside this unit. Getting down the hallway and into the bathroom, not a problem. Getting onto the bed, not a problem. But the main portion of this unit is pretty well closed off. I mean, I guess you could sit here and watch TV by your fireplace, but there's no access to the refrigerator, and there's certainly no access to this pantry here. It's just going to collide with our island. Even the drawers in the kitchen are very hard to access. So I'm going to say this thing isn't that great of a slides-in camper, but it is a full-time, huge one. This is really more of something that you'd park and stay a while. So at least we have access to that bathroom. Let's open the slides back up and pop outside and check out some of the features there. The inside of the Eagle is not where the luxuries stop. Outside has loads of cool features as well, starting right up here in the very front, where we have a huge pass-through storage. This has lights inside. We get to see some of that famous Jayco aluminum welded up framing in there, just the attestament to the quality of this trailer. The baggage doors are insulated with slam latches and magnetic catches, making them super easy to use. They've even included a little spray port right up front for hosing off dirty bikes or sandy feet. That's pretty cool. Pushing back, we notice things like power on the sidewall, our giant electric awning that runs out at the touch of a button. This is equipped with 2 of them as a standard, not an option. And at our front door, we have a massive grab handle as well as the step above stairs that are on a strut assist. So these operate super easily. They lift up and down with just a single finger. Up above the door, you'll notice that we have that camera housing that we talked about inside that operates within that same ecosystem as the Furrion backup and side view cameras. We have a small outside kitchen, sort of, in the sense that we've got some storage out here, an R-Vision electric refrigerator, and a spot where we could potentially hook up yet another TV for the exterior. Down below, we'll notice that we're running on Goodyear tires, and Jayco has given us a tire pressure monitoring system that ties back into the BM Pro app, which means that you can use that app running down the road to see what kind of tire pressure each one of your tires has. As we push towards the back, we come across a capital griddle. This is a 3-burner griddle that hooks into our J-port system. It's tied into the LP that's on board. It has a quick connect hose up underneath that could also potentially run yet another grill. At the very back of the trailer, we have a 2-inch receiver hitch down low. This is going to be awesome for bike racks and accessories. And notice that all of our windows are frameless. We have a backup camera pre-wired and ready to go, so that's an easily installed aftermarket accessory. A ladder heads up to our fully walkable 1-piece roof, and thanks to the Jayco MagnaTrust system, it's fully walkable. It has a 20-year warranty, as I understand it. Up underneath, you'll notice at this back corner that we have our gray tank release for the kitchen galley. And as we push forward, we'll come up to the middle of the trailer where we have access to our Furrion hot water system that we mentioned inside, as well as our shore power main connection plug. Taking use of all the available space that they possibly could, they've carved out storage in all the places that it was accessible. On the back side of the slide underneath the bed, we have this hatch that opens up, again, just giving us more outside storage. Pushing up from there, we have our primary wet bay with all of our hookups for bringing water into the house or feeding it into our primary holding tank. We even have an outside shower hookup here that we can use that spray port hose. And Jayco is smart about this because if you're boondocking or don't have pressurized water hookups, there's even a water pump switch right here that we can flip on, giving us access to using that shower anytime that we want. We have our level up control system just inside here as well. This has 6-point electric leveling on board. It operates at the touch of a button, and it also runs through the BM Pro app on your phone. So you don't have to use that control panel, but it is an option. Which brings us back up to this front cap, fully molded, complete with all kinds of beautiful marker lights. There's even a recessed tray here for our batteries, and then we could potentially put in a generator up here. 2 big propane tanks up front kind of round us all out. And this thing, guys, is one of those trailers that you really, in my opinion, you just have to see in person to get an idea of just how beautiful, big, and luxurious it really is. I said in the beginning of the video that this is for people who want a 5th wheel but don't want to lose the bed of their truck. I'm going to stand by that. It's a full-time, full-sized rig that's going to be awesome for staying long-term or going on those long trips in. Come see it for yourself in person at Southern RV in McDonough, Georgia. If you like this content, please hit the like button and subscribe. We put out new videos weekly, so be on the lookout for that. And until next time, happy camping.
Don't try and stop me. I'm taking off. By morning I'll be high above it all. Gravity can't keep my feet on the ground. Fly so high I may never come down.